Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostle, Nails Great Millstone, that rule and teach well. Salutation to you, Akim, man, pushing this truth throughout the four winds. Big Shalom to you, brothers, man. This is part 2 of this, I'm going to call it an ongoing series of how the new recites the old. You know, because you get people claiming that basically the New Testament, quote unquote, is like some major difference from the old, when it's actually just reciting it, you know. So this is Exodus 20 and 13. It says, thou shalt not kill. So when you go to Matthew 5 and 21, it says, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. Okay? Just reciting it. Exodus 20 and 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Matthew 5 and 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Okay? So all these things is coming from Torah. All these things are coming from the Torah. Deuteronomy 24 and 1. Where a man hath taken a wife, when a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanliness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. Okay? New Testament, Matthew 5 and 31. It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. All right? So, man, it's just, some of these things are basically, you know, it's a lightly reworded version of it, but it's the same thing. You know? It's the exact same words, precept upon precept. Okay? So it's not that the New Testament is just something new. This is just in the book of Matthew. I'm going to go through a few books and just get all the precepts of things being recited from the Old Testament. All right? This is Exodus 20 and 7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Matthew 5 and 33. Again, ye have heard that it had been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oath. Okay? Reworded a little bit, same thing. Exodus 21 and 24. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and a hand for a hand, foot for a foot. What do we say in the New Testament? Matthew 5 and 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Okay? Same thing. Leviticus 19 and 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh Shem Yahushua. New Testament, Matthew 5 and 43. Ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. Okay? Same thing. But that one goes on to basically tell you to love them also, because it's basically speaking amongst brothers. You know, you may have a disagreement with your brother, you know, so it tells you not to hate them. You know what I'm saying? Basically get around it to where you come to a conclusion. Okay? Genesis 17 and 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, and the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the almighty power. Walk before me, and be thou perfect. Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which in heaven is perfect. So these are just orders and things in the Torah that was given off for us to do, and it just constantly reciting everything from the old. All right, this is Psalms 6:8. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. Matthew 7:23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Just future prophecies, and it's all Torah that's being recited. Leviticus 14:2-3. This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought unto the priest. And the priest shall go forth out of the camp, and the priest shall look, and behold, if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper. Okay, so you have to see the priest. And Yahushua said unto him, see thou tell no man, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. Same thing. Okay? Isaiah 53:4. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. Matthew 8:17. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, himself took our infirmities and bare our sickness. Okay? Same thing. Same exact thing. Hosea 6:6. For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of the Most High more than burnt offerings. Matthew 9:13. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Okay? Same thing. Micah 7:6. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter raiseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Matthew 10:35-36. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against his mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Okay? This just goes to show you Christians and Christianity have no idea what they're talking about. You're basically getting a recited book. All it is reciting. You see a lot of reciting going on, but that's not it. It's more. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostle knows great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.